With me today is Sharon Poole, and Sharon has been leading our girls ministry in the PennDel Ministry Network since 2005. Sharon, tell me, what really puts gas in your tank when it comes to ministry to girls?
First off, I love children. I love girls. And it excites me beyond words whenever I get an email or a text or a message from a girl that says, you know, this is what's happening in my life and this is what God has done. Or I was at retreat this summer and something that was said has been in my spirit since then. And it really excites me that the girls are taking it to heart, that it's something that is becoming a part of them, and God's working through them and using them for His kingdom.
So you've been doing this for 14 years. In your estimation, what has been the impact of Impact Girls?
Well, Impact Girls is just a segment of the girls' ministries. We have the kids' clubs, and we have Impact, and then we have the teen girls' ministries. But what has been the impact of it is the fact that I see so many of our girls taking what they've learned in girls' ministries through the clubs and going out into their community, going out into the world, doing ministry throughout the world, through missions trips, in their high schools, in their elementary schools, just taking Jesus Christ that they have learned about in girls' ministries and reaching others for Him.
Okay, so can you kind of frame out for us, what does this look like, girls' ministry? What does that look like in the local church?
In a local church, every church is a little bit different, and that is really okay. It's neat to know that God can work in a country setting, in a city setting, wherever. God can use the program for His glory. So what I see happening is we have some women who have a desire, who have a call on their lives to minister to others, to minister to the girls. They have a heart for the girls, and they come prepared. That's important. Come prepared each week to sit and teach a Bible story, teach a lesson, but take it beyond a lesson in a Bible story. It becomes a life application. It becomes, this is how it pertains to you, and this is what God is doing, or what God can do in your life. And it excites me. It makes me overwhelmed when I see the girls absorbing it. They're like sponges, and they take it in. And they come up with practical ways that God is doing things in their lives. And they'll tell their leader, they'll tell me, they'll tell others, this is what I learned, and this is how it's working in my life.
Can you think of a story that brings that right out?
Absolutely. There's a little girl in Mount Morris, Pennsylvania at Gospel Tabernacle. And when she was 7 years old, she had a heart to help others. And she had learned in her Daisy's Club about ministering to others and about Jesus Christ is not just for you, but He's for your neighbors and He's for people in other parts of the world. And so on her 7th birthday, Hannah decided that she was not going to have gifts at her birthday party. Instead, she wanted everybody to bring shoes, and they brought brand new shoes. They were able to distribute, I believe it was about 900 pairs of shoes in Nicaragua and also in a community in Kansas that had had a horrible tornado. And it was Jesus Christ doing something that was very tangible.
Are you telling me that Hannah saw through this massive shoe distribution thing? That is amazing.
Now, that's been a few years ago, and I've seen her ever since then. And that little girl is growing into a young woman who loves Jesus Christ and who continues to minister in different ways for Jesus Christ.
And so you're saying there's a direct connection between girls' ministry and this particular expression.
Yes.
That is fantastic. So, Sharon, you and I have been around for a couple of years.
Just a few.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about what you're seeing as kind of the difference between those earlier years in ministry and where girls need ministered to today.
Okay, back in the day, when I was a little girl and we had missionettes, it was important for us every week to go in, do our program, do our lesson, do a craft, and get a star, and then move on. Today, it is so different. The girls are still getting the lessons. They're still learning about Jesus Christ, learning about what they can do to reach their world for Jesus. But what's different is the leaders are pouring into the girls even more. Our girls today face things that we never imagined they could. And they're opening up to leaders. They're opening up in their club settings, and they're saying, this is what's going on in my life. And the leaders have such a responsibility and have such a privilege to be able to minister Jesus Christ to the girls. And what I hear time and time again is a leader will say to me, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know the answer for the girl. But as we began to talk about it, and as the other girls joined in, God ministered in a tremendous way.
You know, so what I'm hearing you say is that the model before was kind of task-oriented, do the task, get the star, move on.
Exactly.
But today it's a lot more relational.
It is relational, and the girls are learning that they have a safe place, that they can share their problems, share the things that are going on in their heart, not afraid to say, this is what I think, or to question, maybe what does God think about this, and I'm having a problem with this, and is it against God's will, and what does the Bible say about it? And they feel safe in a setting where the leader can open up and share with them what Jesus has to say about it. And the other girls, what's really neat is it's not just the leader teaching, but the other girls are also chiming in, and it becomes a community where good things are happening.
It's a new day in ministry,
It
isn't
is. It is.
So I'm a pastor in a local church, and I kind of got away from the missionette model a while ago, but I'm open to exploring girls' ministry today. What do I need to do?
What you need to do is get in touch with me, and I'll be more than happy to connect with you with one of my women to give you ideas on how it can work. It doesn't have to be your Wednesday evening program. It can be a once-a-month program. It can be, instead of Christian education, it could be a program just like that on a Sunday morning or some other time during the week. Even an after-school program where we are reaching out and just mentoring, pouring into the girls, meeting them where they are. It's not a program that says every week you must do this. It's a program that says, here's a suggestion, this is the groundwork, but we have lots of other resources that to pour into it, to give you ideas, especially in teen girls. There are resources. There are ideas on very relevant topics that our girls need to hear and that our girls know about, but they need to know what the Bible has to say about it.
Nice. So it's not a one-size-fits-all, or you must fit into this mold. I'm hearing you say it's adaptable.
Absolutely. It does. When Missionettes first started, it was an achievement program. You did this, you got a badge. You did this, and you moved on in the steps. We still have that, but for those churches and for those areas that aren't interested in the achievement, the important thing through all of it, whether it's achievement or just mentoring, just ministering, is the fact that the girls are meeting Jesus Christ, that the girls are learning to see Jesus in all that they do.
Okay. So, friends, you may not have a girls' ministry in your church, but I would encourage you, be open to that. How are we making disciples in our kids, in our young ladies? And Sharon Poole is our girls director for the PennDel Ministry Network, and you can see on your screen some of her contact information. Otherwise, you can contact us here at the network office, and we can help facilitate that contact. God bless you. Have a great day, and let's reach girls for Jesus. Amen.
Amen.